Black and White Network, if you want to see how strong or weak some of these Hollywood celebrities are, all you have to do is look and see how they respond to getting canceled themselves. Now, cancel culture is a real thing. Now, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson came out in support of Joe Rogan. He's like, man, I support you, brother. Not in those exact words or anything like that. But he was like, yeah, I want to be on the podcast, everything like that. I'm like, all right, cool. But now, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson has turned into a 98-pound weakling right before our eyes, folks. Check this out. The Rock seems to retract support for Joe Rogan after backlash. Learning moment for me. Now, in case you guys don't know, man, Joe Rogan is getting crushed again. This time he is being called a racist by the left on Twitter because Joe Rogan has come out and he's admitted to using the N-word in his podcast, but it's completely out of context. He was having a discussion on certain topics and he wasn't calling anybody the N-word themselves. You guys have to actually listen to the context. And if you go out there on Twitter, there's a reel of Joe Rogan actually using the N-word, and there's no context to it whatsoever. Just like this whole Planet of the Apes thing, because they're accusing him also, of being a racist because he went to see Planet of the Apes. He was in a black neighborhood, so they try to cut it up and try to make it seem like he was talking about black people when he was not. But I digress. Here we go. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, a.k.a. The Rock, seemed to pull back his support for popular podcast host Joe Rogan this weekend after receiving backlash from the left for standing up to a censorship campaign against the podcast host. Now, one thing about these Hollywood people, man, they'll come out and try to act like they're an ally until it affects them. If it affects their career, these people are terrified of getting canceled. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is a beta. He is weak, and he is bent over to the left for supporting Joe Rogan. The left hates Joe Rogan. He brings out his support. Then a day later, he finds out that Joe Rogan used the N-word. And then he's like, oh, I better backtrack a little bit here because I don't want to get canceled. I'm terrified of getting canceled. Johnson last week posted a supportive comment to an Instagram video Rogan published concerning supposed COVID misinformation from the Joe Rogan Experience episodes. This is his exact words here. Quote, "Great stuff, brother," the actor wrote. "Perfectly articulated. Look forward to coming on one day and breaking out the tequila with you." Things took a turn rather quickly for Johnson, though, who suggested Saturday that he no longer supports Rogan over the host's past use of the N-word on his show. Notably, Rogan said in a reaction video that he never used the word in a racist manner because he didn't, but was generally quoting others and talking about the word and felt remorse for using the word at all. See, that's where Joe Rogan messed up. He messed up there because he should not bend the knee to these people because it will never, ever be enough. But it says this here, and this is from Don Winslow. I think I actually got it pulled up over here. Yeah, I got it right here. Don Winslow, blue check mark, says, "Dear Rock, you're a hero to many people, and using your platform to defend Joe Rogan, a guy that used and laughed about using the N-word dozens of times, is a terrible use of your power. Have you actually listened to this man's many racist statements about black people?" See, he wasn't making any racist statements about black people, but these leftists are going to roll with that. And then The Rock does this. "Dear Don Winslow, thank you so much for this. I hear you as well as everyone 100%. I was not aware of his N-word use prior to my comments, but now I've become educated to his complete narrative. Learning moment for me. Mahalo, brother, and have a great and productive weekend. DJ." Wow. So right here, man, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, big, strong, muscular guy, turned into a 98-pound weakling. And I'm willing to bet, folks, that he didn't do any research on Joe Rogan's use of the N-word. He probably just saw, man, I'm getting backlash for this. Let me do some retraction right here and turn into a 98-pound weakling and bend over for the left. This is all that he did, man. This is all that he did. And, I'm actually kind of surprised that he even came out and voiced support for Joe Rogan, since Joe Rogan is a controversial figure to the left. But he did that, and then in a blink of an eye, people started calling out The Rock for supporting Joe Rogan. And The Rock just curdles up into a ball and goes into a corner and cries and is begging for forgiveness. Man, this is pretty pathetic, man. Absolutely pathetic. But are you surprised that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is doing this? No. Because you know what he actually does care about? He cares about all the money he's generating from his movies. He's afraid that the left will not go out and watch his movies because he supported Joe Rogan. Boy, this is pretty pathetic, man. I'm so disappointed in The Rock. Now, for one thing, honestly, I always thought that The Rock was an overrated actor. Some of his stuff I have liked, but this narrative, that he was the best actor in Hollywood, the #1 star. No. He was never on that upper echelon at the heights of like a Schwarzenegger or a Stallone. He was nothing like that. And his movies have never been that good to me. But that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson bends the knee to the left. Pretty pathetic. Really pathetic, guys. Anyway, guys, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.